Sibilance.
Yeah, Josh.
Sibilance. Right. I don't know.
I learned the whole origin behind sibilance last podcast with James Cook.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch it.
Tom Hanks, Saturday Night Live, where he is the roadie for Wayne's World.
Right.
And he's checking mics. Sibilance.
Got it.
Happy hangover, by the way.
Thank you.
I understand the Lebowski reference, but I don't understand really what.
So it's hangover. February 27th is the first day of hangover. It goes for 9 days. It's the holy.
Why is it
period.
February 27th?
Because it's National Clue Day. It's National Clue Day.
So that makes it hangover.
Well, the hangover is the 9 day period until March 7th, and that is the day Big Lebowski was released.
Yes.
So 9 days hangover, day of the dudist.
All right.
Got it.
What would your religion be? If you could invent a religion, what would your religion be? Levi's religion would be fuck off.
I was going to say fuck offism. Fuck offism.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you seen that Netflix show? It's like a Wild Crazy World, or like I can't remember what it is, but it's about that cult that was I don't know. I don't remember. They were like in Arizona or something. But they came from somewhere in India. It's like Wild Crazy World. You guys are looking at me.
Is that
like
the name
crazy.
of it? No, it's not. I don't know what it is.
That's the name of it. I think it's called Wild Crazy World. And
idea.
it was basically this guy with a big beard who came over and they were he was like free sex, like it was like free love, and they were hippies, but they were crazy at the same time.
That's how you get fucking weirdos, man. When you say, look, everybody in this club is going to be fucking. Mm-hmm. That's how you get like the weirdos. Be like, I'm not getting laid right now. Where do I sign up for this?
Yeah. Well, that's my point. So I want to start a cult. That's what I would do. My religion would be a cult where I'm the leader, and and everyone fucks the whole time. That's what you do. I mean, if I had to start a religion,
that's a good way to get.
I didn't know you were a swinger.
It's a good way to get arrested and then burn up in your own house.
That's true.
Although you did tell me.
Seriously, why is it illegal? I don't know.
Josh Thomas, by the way.
Yes.
Theatrical major.
Yeah.
Beer brewing extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a theater major?
I was theater major, and also communications. I was a double major, theater and communications.
Which is why you're so good right here.
Well, maybe.
When we bring in people for the podcast and they're better talkers than me, I mean, it doesn't take much, but it just makes me go, sad.
No, I wouldn't say so.
What you told me recently, and I was telling Levi about this. I'm like, somebody fucking told me this, and I have to remember who it was. You.
It was me.
Told me that you have a thing for pregnant chicks.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
How did that happen?
Okay, I have no clue how it happened. I don't know how it happened. But I mean, I have kids.
Is it like
I have kids, so and I also have an ex-wife, so I got to be careful what I say.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it was when she was pregnant. If there was something that happened while she was pregnant that kind of got me into that. But number one is built-in like birth control. I mean, right there, like they're not getting pregnant. They're already pregnant. It's not yours. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not discounting any of it.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating to me because I've never.
But there's something else about it. I mean, there's a lot of hormones there. There's a lot of hormones going on right now.
Dude, pregnant chicks want to fuck.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
And it happens, and they want to. So, I don't know what it is, man. I see. It's a turn on. It's a turn on.
I know. You told me we were at Right Brain. There was a pregnant chick in Right Brain. She was not drinking beer. Okay. I think she was drinking water, and you're like, dude, I have such a thing.
Yeah. And if you were a pregnant woman in Right Brain in the last probably 3-4 months, I apologize. It may or may not have been you if you're listening to this podcast right now.
They're not. Where are you going?
You guys carry on.
So I'm not, like, is it above like? I don't know, man. Is it from a top 5 standpoint? Is it a number 1 turn on?
No, I mean, if we're talking about turn-ons,
I'm not turned off by pregnant women necessarily.
I would say it's in the top 3. Yeah, I mean, if I see a pregnant woman, it's pretty immediate turn on. I don't know. It's just it's pretty quick.
Is how pregnant they are? Does that matter?
Oh yeah.
The more pregnant, the
more
better.
pregnant, the better. Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. It's really mean, maybe, that I actually laugh at it, and I don't want to laugh at it.
No. It's. I get it, but no. The more pregnant, the better. Like 9 months. That's prime
Josh material right there.
I don't know. You're learning a lot about me. It's just, it happens.
You're overdue. Let's go.
Yeah. This might happen soon, so let's get it taken care of.
I thought it'd be great for this podcast if we could just, because we're celebrating Lebowski, which, by the way, you do Right Brain Trivia.
Yes.
Trivia nights. You will be doing a Big Lebowski night.
Yeah. So not next week, but the week after, whatever that falls on.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be next week, but we already had previous special guest hosts, so we couldn't. But we were going to do it because of the anniversary. It's turning 21.
Yeah. So there was a whole point to that. I swear to God.
I think you were talking about the Caucasians here.
No, it'd be great if we went this whole podcast, and if you can bring up different dudisms or quotes from Big Lebowski during the podcast and work it in the natural flow of conversation, that's worth points. We can just see who wins.
All right. We'll have to go back. We'll have to go back later and get the points. Right. We're not going to keep points tonight.
I'm not keeping points right now.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
We'll have
boom. First one.
We'll have
fucking
viewers.
A in that. I don't think fucking A was in that movie.
What?
When did he say?
Watched it.
When does he say
Never
fucking
watched
A?
I don't know, like 18 times.
No, I don't think he ever says fucking A.
Yeah, dude. Look,
all right, I'm gonna watch Big
bring up your
Lebowski
phone
tonight.
right now and just go to YouTube and
Big Lebowski
search
fucking A.
Big Lebowski fucking A.
I don't think he ever says fucking
Dude,
A.
you're crazy.
No, you are crazy. He says fuck a lot, but I don't think he ever says fucking A.
He says fucking A. I'm trying to remember the exact.
Right now,
I'm trying to remember the exact instance.
I'm saying that did not happen.
No, you're wrong. Come on, Levi.
Shut the fuck up.
Why do you have to say so many cuss words?
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Rewind it again. Put it up by the microphone.
Did he just say it?
Are you surprised at my tears, sir? Oh, fucking A.
All right. You got one.
Yeah.
You got one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking A, dude.
You're out of your element, dude. The Chinaman is not the issue here. So who? Jeff Lebowski, the other Jeffrey Lebowski, the millionaire. That's fucking interesting, man.
That's fucking interesting.
Plus, he has the wealth, obviously, and the resources. So there's no fucking reason. Go out.
I don't think there's another fucking A here.
They come and they pee on your fucking
Hold on.
rug. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but
Okay then. That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
fucking A.
Oh, fuck! All right, you're right. No, you got two. All right.
Damn,
I
man.
digress. You win.
That rug really tied the room together, didn't it?
It really
Okay.
did. All right. You got it.
Well, so you do.
I stand corrected.
You do trivia night.
Doo-doo. You said doo-doo.
You do trivia night at Right Brain Brewery in Traverse
Yes, I
City,
do.
Thursday nights, which is super fun.
Thursday
Levi and I
nights.
have done it. Had our own team, SmittyDick's, the last couple weeks.
Failed both times.
Failed
You
both times.
miserably
But,
both times.
But wait for it. Both nights, we were killing it the first 2 rounds.
you were.
Yeah, when it came to actual knowledge, we're great.
It's true.
When it comes to Nate trying to pantomime giving a blowjob, we failed miserably.
or singing songs
Yeah.
just by singing meow, which there's video of that, which I saw you posted.
Yeah.
It's great.
That is posted just above this video.
So if you're
So
if you're
there's-
friends with Smitty, check it out on Facebook.
There's absolutely no way that I was going to get any of that shit.
No, I have to agree with you. It was pretty sorry.
I consider myself lucky that I got that one.
He hates interacts. He wants to answer the questions and then fucking move on to the next one. Which
is good for trivia if it's true trivia.
Yeah.
We don't do true
trivia with a twist.
Yeah.
We do the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in true trivia, you guys were killing it.
But he's like both times when because 2 weeks ago you had gibberish sentences that you had to mouth and you had to read lips and figure out what the fuck you were saying.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't make much sense.
I'm like, how the fuck do you not know what I'm saying? I'm right here mouthing everything to you.
The problem is right there. What you were just doing, like you weren't talking, you weren't mouthing like a normal person mouths. Like you weren't actually talking. You are going like this. I can't fucking understand a fucking word you're trying to say.
Lips were moving a lot.
I
think it's what he's saying.
Because years of radio experience and schooling has taught me that when you... it's how they teach you to speak without an accent. Because you enunciate and you open your mouth and you say like this. You do this shit.
Nobody fucking looks like that when they're talking. I don't care what kind of radio you're on.
It's all about the enunciation, so you sound better, but being able to read the lips, yeah.
You look like a fucking Rob Zombie cartoon, you fucking idiot. You just fucking... You look like a devil. You look like you were possessed by the devil.
So if I was mouthing and not enunciating and being all mumble-faced, you wouldn't have been able to get at that either.
Yeah, it would. Because I look at you when you speak to me a lot, so I know what the fuck... Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you guys, you're brothers. If you had just talked normal, he probably would have got it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because we got team twinning, right?
Yeah.
You guys know team twinning?
Yeah, they were the conjoined twins at the party.
Yeah,
Wow.
so they come exactly. They come to trivia every week, and they do really well because they're twins. So they are able to
brothers.
I know, and that's why you should have talked normally, not tried to enunciate.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm on his side.
Okay, well, what about
You tried to over enunciate.
But that's the thing. He doesn't want to do the things that are going to make him look like an asshole like me. I don't care. I'm like, dude, I'll do whatever the fuck I can do for comedy's sake. For trivia.
Is that true? Because I got a video, I think, somewhere.
Is it the
where
meow video?
Well, it's one of the meow videos,
Oh,
but
God,
you
man.
yelled at me to not take a video.
Because I
of
was
you.
so embarrassed, man. It was too much. I don't get embarrassed too much, but
I think you said something about "don't fucking film me" or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm
pull that
pretty
up.
sure that was a direct quote.
Yeah, I think it.
don't
Hold on.
fucking film me.
Don't fucking video me.
Don't fucking video me.
The
That's what it
only
was.
time in the last 20 years that you felt self-conscious.
It happens occasionally.
Right?
Well, he started filming me. When
I know.
that's-
He got the good video. Mine cut off pretty quick because you yelled at me.
It's one of the few times. I don't know why meowing a song is super embarrassing to me.
But I was
I don't
hearing
know why would that be embarrassing?
I was hearing everybody else do it, and I'm like, they sound so much fucking better than you.
Next time you're doing that shit.
No, I'm not.
What's your?
It's not going to happen. You guys got to bring someone who can sing next time. You got to find another SmittyDick's.
Josh can sing, kind of.
Yeah, Josh can sing.
He can actually sing.
Yeah, bring him in next time.
Yeah.
He can at least carry a fucking tune and use rhythm.
Oh, dude, I got rhythm.
No, you don't.
Because I'm meowing a song. It's like right said Fred. Meow, 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 meow.
One
I
of
don't
those
fucking know. Like,
one of those people got every song right. One of those teams.
True.
yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
I saw
boom,
that
too.
I saw that.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
I got one, and you guys didn't catch it. I'm just saying.
What
You
did
can
you
go
get?
back and watch. I'm not
I
telling
don't
you right now.
wanna, I'm gonna go back and watch.
You have to go back and
The
watch.
viewers can tally
The
it up.
viewers can tally it. There you go. Because I did get one.
Well, hopefully we get more than 20 views on this.
Right. People
All of our
can-
views have been incrementally going up, but I'm still not patient enough. I'm like, we need more.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I going to talk to you about? We were talking because we had this big to do. We were trying to get this podcast rolling, and
Right.
the computer needed to get restarted so it could record audio. And we were talking about last podcast, trying to get Levi to watch the Motley Crue movie that's on Netflix.
Yes.
We also had the idea of doing like they called movie interruption, like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Right.
Podcasts like that, where you podcast movies, but I don't know how to get around it legally, posting it on YouTube. I don't think you can really get around that.
Not if you post a movie. No, I don't think you can get away.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
So the whole
I mean,
idea
YouTube
with
will
that,
take it off pretty
the whole
quick.
idea with that is just to talk shit about movies. If you can podcast it, but I was thinking you can literally podcast anything. He wants to do fishing podcasts, which fuck yeah, let's do it because he's a big time fisherman.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, let's podcast video games where we do shots per goal when we play Xbox hockey. Like, name an activity, we can podcast it.
Yeah, true. I want to do a podcast called Freaks, where we talk about, and I think I've talked to you about this. 'Cause
might
I
have.
think you gave me this idea. I just want to talk about people who are freaks, whether it's
Like people that are obsessed with fucking pregnant women.
yes, exactly. I'm not saying I'm obsessed with fucking them. Dude, they turn me on. I just get in the mood if I see them.
Well, yeah, you're not being creepy about it.
Right? No.
Yeah. You
I mean, if they asked me to, I would.
love to have consensual sex
Right.
with this pregnant woman.
Right. No, but yes, like people who get turned on by pregnant women would be something to talk about. But what gave me the idea is Sled Dog,
Yeah.
Jason Sletter, brought
He'd be
this
a first
article.
guest.
Yeah, he brought me this article about a woman who trained squirrels. After her husband left her, she decided to take in squirrels and train them, all with the idea that she was going to train them to attack him. And they supposedly, according to this article that he showed me, did attack her ex-husband and basically removed a testicle. So from him, these squirrels did. And I don't know whether this story's true. I'm going to assume it's false. It's not true. But if it is true,
Yeah.
how fucking crazy is that? Like, that would be amazing. That's the kind of stuff I want to talk about. Like, crazy fucking people who do crazy things. So
That doesn't seem that crazy to me.
a woman
No.
befriending squirrels and training them to eat the testicle
Hey,
of her
look,
ex-husband.
man, if I could train squirrels to do that shit, they'd be biting nuts off all
I
over
know,
the place.
seriously. I mean, that's crazy. That's a freaky thing, man. So I think what I want to do is I want to do a podcast where you talk about freaks.
Yeah.
And each podcast will be will deal with two freaks, and one will be false.
Oh, you did tell me about this
and one
podcast,
will be real. So, and then at the end we'll reveal which one's true and which one's false. And I think that was the idea you gave me was don't tell anybody until the end. Like,
Yeah.
give them
I
one
remember
real,
that.
one false.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a great idea. So that's my podcast.
could be an
Sorry, I didn't
idea
mean
guy.
to
No.
take over your
No.
idea there about podcasts and being able
No,
to talk
that's
about
your
anything,
no.
but-
That matter of fact,
That's what I wanna do.
We could just do that podcast when you come on next time.
There you go. We should. Yeah. No, I think it'd be fun, but I still have not researched it to find out whether that one was true or not. But I'm assuming it's false. I don't think that some woman trained squirrels to bite the nuts off her
Dude.
ex-husband.
No, I don't think you can train
The
squirrels.
most fuck.
I can't. You can't. I have a fucking chihuahua that can't be trained. So
That's because
how-
she's an asshole.
She let
Okay.
me pet her. She let me pet her.
You think
Begrudgingly.
fucking squirrels are much better?
Look,
There's fewer animals that are more assholey than a squirrel.
yeah, but you could train a squirrel. I feel like
I'm
most
sure
dogs can be trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your dog's trained more or less.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably could, but I think that people who could train squirrels have to have like a degree into train squirrels. I'm just saying. I don't think just some woman could decide one day, I'm going to train a squirrel.
You don't need a degree to train
I
an
don't know.
animal.
If you've never trained an animal, you can't just go catch a squirrel and
You
train
got to
it.
raise it from a baby.
Yeah. But how do you train it to bite the nuts off your ex-husband?
That part's probably fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just
So you could
like
podcast.
you can't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm assuming that's false. I'm assuming that is.
That's a fucking bummer, man.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the point is you can podcast anything. Like you name
Right.
an everyday activity. It would be fucking hilarious if I just went to work one day and podcasted me doing show prep. That's all I do. Just doing show prep.
Yep.
It'd be the dumbest podcast ever.
But people would watch it.
No, they wouldn't.
You probably get
Would
one.
you watch it?
Probably not. But
Yeah.
you get one. There's
I know
someone
you
out there
would.
that
You would get one.
You would
You'd
get one.
definitely get one.
I don't even want to know who that is. Who the fuck is what? Because I got this at work. I have this window that looks into my office. It's a very fishbowl kind of thing. So, and I don't
Right.
even know when people are looking at me, but there'll be someone just staring in the window. I'm like, fuck, man. So I got that now.
Right.
People watching me show prep.
That's true. Was this going anywhere? Were you trying to get somewhere with saying that you could podcast anything, or were you just?
Dude, I don't
was that
ever
just?
have a
He doesn't.
All right, I wasn't.
Or
sure
if he
it was-
does, by the time he gets to where he's supposed to have the point, he fucking forgot
he
it.
forgets.
No.
I wasn't sure if
I'm
we were
totally
going
sober
somewhere.
right now, too.
No, I know.
And I just forget shit.
I just wasn't sure if we were getting. I didn't want to keep interrupting you.
Well, I
and
guess the point
cutting
of
out
that,
the point.
I guess the point of that was we could come up with ideas for the dumbest, funniest podcast. But I mean, if you're not feeling, I'm not creative right now. I'm not feeling creative. You know,
I'm just saying. Freaks. Freaks.
what? How long have you been brewing now at Right Brain?
Actually brewing?
Yeah, because you're in charge of production at Right Brain Brewery.
Things have been crazy at Right Brain. I can't even tell you. But yes, I had been in charge of production.
Yeah.
But now that is Russ, the owner, is now in charge of production. So I've been brewing. And
Yeah.
this has been probably 2 weeks of me totally being brewing and not having anything to do with production. But I've been brewing on and off and helping with production for the last probably month.
I was just wondering if you ever brewed at home. Do you brew home at all?
I did when I was younger, when I was in college. My brother had taught me.
Why don't you do it anymore?
What's that?
Why don't you do it anymore?
I ran out of time with everything I was involved in, so I gave all my stuff to my brother, who then opened a brewery. So he's got all the stuff that he does stuff with. But
I tried to get into it, and it's just I, like you, don't have the time.
yeah,
Then my brain gets scattered, so I have like a batch of beer that I throw in the freezer to cold crash it,
right.
and then
Forget about it.
for fucking 3 months, and it's a rock when I go.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, you can't do
after
that.
I'm like, fuck this, man. I will go to the bar and buy beer. I have friends that are home brewers.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
befriend homebrewers, drink their beer. Yeah, it's not worth it.
That's my strategy now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, you know what though? It's fun. It really is. It's a nice hobby for people who want to do something like that at home. It really is a fun thing, and it's but you have to put the time into it. You really have to pay attention. There's a lot. I mean, sanitization is huge. The time it takes.
What'd you call it?
Sanitization.
It almost sounded like you said sandwichization.
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 Is sanitization a word or sanitation?
Sanitizing everything. I think sanitization.
It was a combination of sanitation or sanitizing and sanitation.
Sanitization is a word.
Is
You
it?
look it up on YouTube.
It probably is.
I'll look it up on
Sanitization is a word.
YouTube.
It probably is, but most
Dictionary.com.
most normal people that aren't freaks say sanitizing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we could talk about freaks right now. No,
You
No,
just,
go ahead.
You just put
it's the
extra
act
fucking
of
syllables
it's
in
the
word.
act of sanitizing. I'm not saying it's sanitization. You don't.
I don't
just
know
say
if that's a real word. I don't think it is.
Well, hey,
We did-
all you people watching this, look it up.
Because you came at me the other day, week or so ago. And You
Right.
said you didn't come at me. You said
was
I
gonna
came
fight
right
you.
at you. I
You were-
came running out
you
when
were
I saw
super
you.
excited because you just discovered gifts. and you called them GIFs.
GIFs. I just discovered using them. I knew what they were.
Yeah.
And we had this discussion again, and it's about words. Yeah, we should talk about this. I think this is good we're talking about it. Because you looked it up on the dictionary.com, right?
I don't remember.
Whatever it is.
I was getting up somewhere.
It was stupid, but it was dictionary.com. I remember.
It said GIFs. G.
Yeah. And then I looked it up, and the creator, the guy who created GIFs, said they should be called GIFs, like with a J.
Well, that guy sounds like a fucking nerd, and you shouldn't take his word for it anyway.
He created it.
Yeah, fuck him.
He made. They wouldn't exist without this man. He should be able to name them.
He said,
GIFs.
I think it should be pronounced GIF, which means
No,
he doesn't
you
know.
just added a think. I don't think he said I think. He said
You
it
said
should-
that.
No, I didn't.
Does anybody know what?
He said they should be
Do you
called.
know what does it
GIFs.
stand for?
I don't know. Do you know? I
No.
don't remember. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter because the creator, the guy who created it, said they should be called GIFs.
GIF is peanut butter. It's a
Yeah.
GIF. I can't remember
No.
why because it was something that was associated with something. It has to be pronounced with a G.
No, it doesn't have. Nothing has to be pronounced anyway. When you create, if I create something, like okay, let's say for instance, I created a child.
Sure.
My son.
Oh, you could name him anything you want and spell
My
it in a crazy
my
way you
son's
want.
name is James, and if I wanted to spell it with a G, then I'm gonna fucking spell it with a G because I created that, right? And everybody better call him James because that's what it wouldn't be games.
Dude, I would call him Games.
Yeah, everyone would, but it doesn't matter. His real name would be James because I did it. I created it.
What's up, Gim for short?
So anyway, it stands for graphics interchange format.
So it
Graphics.
should be
So graphics.
GIFs.
There's a g sound.
okay. Well, it doesn't matter because the guy who created it said it should be called
Well, he's
GIFs.
clearly an idiot.
Sanitization too. I just love giving you shit.
Sanitization. It's a word.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
No, I
are we
don't
gonna
think
pull
it is.
phones
I
out
don't
right
think
now.
it is.
I'm gonna pull my phone out right now and tell
Dude,
you what
speaking of words and
sanitization-
like how you pronounce them and shit, I was messaging my nephew the other day because he's into Metallica now, so he was asking me Metallica questions. He knows I'm a big nerd. Most people that watch this shit know I'm a big fucking Metallica nerd. And I'm messaging him, whatever the fuck I said, but I realized, and I felt super guilty at that moment because I realized that I was texting and using shitty punctuation. Like, you know how you get lazy and you just miss commas, you just type shit and send it.
right. Nothing. No capitals.
Yeah.
No punctuation. You just send
get
it.
lazy.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I am enabling my nephew to be an idiot.
Contributing to the idiocracy.
Contributing to the idiocracy.
That's true.
I made a pledge from that point forward. I am going to fucking double space and commas and everything.
Dude,
But
unless it's like a 3-word text or something, like I will finish it and then I'll go back and I will edit it and I have a draft and I'll go and fucking cut shit out and
you're just texting. You're just having a conversation.
But text is what is creating that. Text is like it is making people dumber.
Oh, fuck yeah,
as
it
far
is.
as grammar, because that people are writing as if they're texting.
See
No.
you tomorrow.
the only the only thing that I'm lazy about in texting is capitalization.
Yeah.
I don't always capitalize.
Well, right,
the-
but that's what I'm saying. I'm making a diligent effort now, especially when I'm texting my nephew. And when I get to the point where I'm texting, my other, my niece and my other nephews, when they get old enough to text, I'm gonna got to be an example.
It makes sense. It makes sense, but it's stupid. Because you know what? Text should be different than anything else.
Technically, it should be.
It should be, but it's not. Because you're right. Younger kids are using it, and they're using that as an example of how to write.
Well, I was reading a story today about cursive is going away. Pretty much, like no fucking kids.
Yeah,
know how
nobody's
to do any kind of cursive.
They're not
now.
teaching it. They're not teaching it.
It doesn't fucking matter anyway.
Well,
no,
it
it
might.
doesn't.
It might.
We don't still fucking teach pictographs and shit.
No, you got a point, but I'm saying there could be a place for it. I don't know. I'm not fucking smart.
Sure,
enough
there
to tell
is.
you that.
When you're filling out when you're signing your name.
Your name.
And that's
your
it.
name. That's it. They should teach you how to write
Mine
your
is-
name in cursive.
Yep.
That's it. That's your signature.
My print is basically half cursive and half print.
I hate
my
my
Smittified
mom
version
does the
of that,
same
yeah.
thing. It drives me fucking insane.
I tried to learn cursive. Chick friend of mine, I was telling him that I didn't. I don't even know if I can remember how to do cursive, and this is probably 7 years ago. And I just like spent the whole day doing a radio show, fucking writing in cursive and trying to read it back, and just like the dumbest idiot ever wrote. I was just writing paragraph after paragraph, doing a radio show and making a fucking bit about it on the air, being like, "Oh, I'm writing in cursive," and
How'd it go?
terribly.
How was the radio show? Because
Terrible. Look,
So
it's
pretty
not-
standard.
It's not as it's not unlike, because I have this whole thing I do on the air called the Stuttering Smitty, where I just
Right.
mispronounce words and I put basically fuck everything up that I'm saying. So this same chick friend of mine is said, or I read, or somebody told me that the Dr. Seuss book Fox and the Socks, you read it aloud to help you get rid of stuttering. Now, I really don't have a stutter, although I do. Not as bad as like me putting letters in the wrong spots in words.
Right.
that's dyslexia, right?
No, it's
Yeah, that-
actually called dysplasia. I've heard that it's called dysplasia and something like that, where that when you put letters in the wrong spots and
When you
say
speak,
them,
when you speak. Dyslexia is when you read it.
Okay.
yeah,
Different.
yeah.
There's a difference.
So I
They're
read.
both legitimate forms of retardation that we can agree on. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, let me get back to the retardation comment in a second. Remind me to get back to it because this is an interesting conversation that he and I have had. But the Fox and Socks thing, I'm like, I'm going to read that fucking thing on the air. So I read from front to back Fox and Socks on the air. I had 2 phone calls
Oh, jeez.
after that. The first call said, "This is the worst fucking radio I've ever heard in my life." The second call, "This is the best radio
Oh, that's
I've
awesome.
ever heard in my life." I'm like, that was fucking mission accomplished right there. Right there. We were having a conversation about, the fuck are we talking about?
Retardation.
I don't know.
No, we were talking about how people think it's offensive to say the word retard.
Well,
Well,
And I understand that it is.
No, there's a big difference between calling somebody a retard
Yeah.
and saying and using the term retarded, because
There's a difference to you.
and it's all in context,
Sure. But again,
because the word retarded means to
it's impeded.
to
It's
retard,
impeded
to
growth.
yeah. And if you're saying that person has been retarded, or that person's development has been retarded, that's different than calling somebody a retard.
To you, it is.
Or you're saying you're so retarded. I mean, I say it, but I mean, not in normal.
I think we were having this conversation
society.
because I was having, and I just found out about this recently, that really good friend of mine unfriended me on Facebook a while ago, and a buddy of mine told me, he's like, "Oh, I know why." And I said, "Why?" He's like, "Because she has a son that is challenged."
yeah. Yeah.
And, I say retard on Facebook and don't think anything of it, but I guess she unfriended me because of it. So I guess it's a big deal to some people.
Right.
So that's forever in my head. I've tried to like lower the usage of that word because I know that a lot of people have a fucking problem with it. But we were having the conversation and like, what are just scenarios to use say you're
oh,
retarded?
man.
what like
Because when I'm talking about myself and I suck and I do the stuttering Smitty thing or something, and I'm like, I feel legitimately retarded because I feel like I'm fucking retarded.
Like,
I'm saying that I'm fucked up.
I was having a
Right.
conversation a few years ago with a buddy of mine who was a younger kid. I think he was probably 22 at the time. And
Caucasian.
Oh, yeah, I'll do. Are you asking me for another one?
Yeah.
I'll take another one. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Sure.
he was talking about how, like, when he was growing up, his his mom did all his laundry and cooked all his meals. I mean, up to the time he was like 19 or 20 years old.
Right.
And when he moved out of his house, out of his parents' house, he moved in with his girlfriend who did all of his laundry and cooked all of his meals and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, the only way he can make macaroni and cheese is to get the ready-made macaroni and cheese bowl and just put water in it and put it in the fucking microwave.
Right.
And I'm like, and I looked him right in the eye as my boss was walking past, and I said, Spencer, I think you're legitimately retarded. And he looked at me, and he, like, his eyes got a little dark, and he seemed to be genuinely hurt by that.
Maybe.
But which made my boss laugh really hard.
Which is good.
But I think after a split second, he's like, I don't know if I'm legitimately retarded.
I'll think about it for a minute.
I have all kinds of questions about myself sometimes.
No, dude, I have questioned whether I might be developmentally, slow.
Yeah, you're
I don't want to
dancing
say
around
it.
it.
I know.
You're dancing around it. Very well, very good.
I'm trying to be good.
But retarded is like
you think about it. Yeah, you think about that.
But retarded is the actual. I don't know if it's the medical term, but it's it used to be a very accepted term, and that's before it was used negatively. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's always been used negatively. I
don't know.
Just degrees of negativity.
When you say when you're like, oh, I'm retarded, like it's negative. Like that's
I think
that's always negative.
I don't know.
Like you feel bad for the way you're acting. That's why you say it.
Idiot used to be held in the same context. Used to be said in the same context. The word idiot.
I think
idiot still you can't really say idiot savant anymore.
I think idiot still is used in that context. I mean,
not as much idiot. Because
I'm an idiot.
Like a lot of people, if somebody was especially mildly retarded,
they would be an idiot.
Then they would be referred to as an idiot. A lot of times, and now it's just if people that are stupid, like most of the people that I work with, they're all idiots. That doesn't mean. I have a lot of doubts whether they are not developmentally disabled or not.
Right.
But I have a lot of evidence every day.
It's funny because I think that 10 years from now, there'll be something else. It just changes, with time, and it may be, like you said, like idiot used to be kind of the thing, and now it's retarded. And so people will change the word for that person.
It's that whole George Carlin soft language bit. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's. You can't say. I'm just trying to think of a good example now.
Yeah, I don't know. But point being is that if retarded ever gets to be PC, like idiot, I guess I don't know if idiot is really PC, but I think that you can say it without really offending too many people. Yeah. Unlike retarded. But if retarded ever gets to that point, the idiot it's at, then there'll be another word that will take its place. You know what I mean?
I don't know why it was really funny to me that you said if retarded ever gets to the point where idiot is, it's like
I only feel comfortable saying this because I know that only 13 people are going to watch this. But probably in 20 years, people are going to start saying Downey. Or something like that.
Let's find something more offensive to take its place so we can really make retarded okay.
That I don't think anybody's ever said that.
No, but you might have started something. You might start something.
Yeah.
So
I should copyright that now.
Right now.
Let's make retarded okay again.
Yeah.
Come
up with something. Somebody
come up with something worse.
Oh man. You are going to get some comments on this podcast, I'm pretty sure.
See what happens, Larry?
Yeah, well, let's see what happens, Larry. Let's ask Aunt Julie whether Downey would be appropriate.
Yeah.
For developmentally disabled people.
First of all, it's a completely different thing. Down syndrome is a completely different thing from retarded. right? I feel like it is.
I don't think so.
It's a completely different.
No, I would
I don't know.
imagine
I don't know.
it's just
I'm
a
not-
form. It's just a form.
It's a form of
mental retardation.
yeah, right.
Is it? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking. I
Yes,
really
I believe
don't.
so.
Yes,
Oh.
it's a form of mental retardation, right?
I'm not an expert.
I just don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. Which is why we shouldn't be talking.
We probably shouldn't.
We don't know what the fuck we're talking
Look,
about.
you don't need to be an expert to talk about stuff.
No,
You're not an expert in shit, and you talk about all sorts of dumb stuff.
How do you think they became experts? By talking about it.
By talking, well, I mean, I could have
Yeah.
researched it, and that would have
Yeah.
made me more of
And
an expert.
speaking of
Actually,
researching-
if there was one thing that we would be experts in, it's in offensive speech.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, speaking of researching things, I'm just saying sanitization. I'm going to bring this back. Sanitization, it is a word. Sanitization definition is
shit.
to free from dirt, germs, etc. as by cleaning or sterilizing.
What's the first synonym? Sanitizing?
I don't know. Dictionary.com, which is where you got your GIF.
hey, look, yeah.
So
That's
if you're using
look,
that as like a
I'm a big word guy, man. I get my word of the day coming in from my dictionary app. Big fan.
right? To sanitize a document before releasing it to the press.
So like you're laundering
sanitization.
money. Yeah.
I don't know. What did you ask me? What was your
What's the
question?
first synonym?
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Should.
Somewhere.
I don't know.
It's a dictionary. It's got to have.
I'm
fucking-
looking. I
It's
don't
got to
see
have
synonym.
synonyms and antonyms and all that shit.
I don't see it anywhere. So it's not on dictionary.com. No synonym. Sorry.
Look up a thesaurus.
I
Find a
should.
thesaurus.
Like, I don't want to look
You know what? I don't
at
have
anymore.
to because I just wanted to prove that is a fucking word.
No, I'm glad you did because
Yeah.
I like learning things.
Yeah. Now you learned
I'm
something.
okay with
Everyone learned something today.
I'm okay with being proven wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
It's good.
He's
You
not.
are almost. It's very rare that I'm proven wrong
That's when
Because-
it's hard. That's when it's hard. Yeah.
because I typically don't argue points unless I know I'm right.
Good idea.
So if I don't know that I'm right, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know.
it's a good idea.
That makes it very
need to-
difficult to be proven wrong.
I need to practice that more
Right.
because then we get stupid shit like
Then you end up in this conversation. But what all 13 people, I think that's what we like general consensus. That's how many
Probably
people are
13,
listening to
yeah,
this
yeah.
podcast. All 13 people learn sanitization is a fucking word.
Yeah. See, it goes back to me always saying you need to know your limitations.
Yep.
what do you got coming up? When do you had do you have plays on the way? Any plays you want to talk about?
Well, not really. I mean, possibly. I might.
In the Traverse City metropolitan area?
I've had a one-man show that I'm trying to bring back. I did it right
I
brain.
heard it was really good, man. I didn't
Thank
watch
you.
it. Yeah, I heard it was really good.
I'm trying to bring it back. It may be happening. We're still trying to work it out as far as a place to do it at and all that stuff. But it might happen in May.
Yeah.
So
You're going to do it at Right Brain, maybe? Possibly?
possibly.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool.
So I'm just kind of negotiating with Russ, trying to make
That'll
that
be easy.
make that happen.
That'll be easy. Russ is a pushover.
Is Russ one of the 13 people listening to this?
Well, we'll find out.
Well, yeah, we will.
Find out if he
We
thinks
sure
he's-
will.
Yeah. So I'm a fucking pushover, huh? Yeah. Levi told him to get fucked a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know I was, but I didn't feel
What was
bad
the whole
about
scenario?
it.
You did say it.
We were trying to get Levi to do something
Oh, you were trying to get me to be the bearded lady.
at the Right Brain anniversary party.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
And so somebody texted me, number I didn't know, and said, you'd be a great bearded lady, blah, 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 blah. And hold on, I got to find the text.
was it Russ?
Yeah.
Russ
He was sitting right
texted
next to
him?
me at Right Brain.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
he's like, what's your brother's number? And I'm trying to get Levi to be the bearded lady. He won't do it. He's like, what's his number? I told him. And he just started texting. And all of a sudden, Levi's like, who'd I tell to go fuck themselves? Oh, that was Russ, the owner at Right Brain.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
All right, yeah.
But seriously, Chase would have been a great. I mean,
I know.
great bearded lady.
I know. And that motherfucker would not agree to it.
He said he had to be drunk And I was like, we can make that happen. Like
We work at a brewery.
We are a brewery.
There are
like,
2 stellar
I don't know.
8.0 barrel-aged fucking things.
You want us to make you drunk? We can totally make that happen. I mean, as long as you put some blush on.
He said that there's no need to manscape, be natural, and I said, I'll find a natural way to tell you to go fuck yourself.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And then I texted him and said, so who did I just tell to go fuck themselves?
All right, well, trivia night, Thursday nights.
Trivia night
I think you're
Thursday.
going to have a new host for that soon. You're going to, you're
I've
ditching.
heard rumor.
Yeah.
I've heard rumor.
Me too, yeah. You're
Yeah.
ditching that, so you're going to focus more on brewing at some point.
Right. I mean, that's that's the goal, is to kind of focus on other things in the back. I mean, I've been doing a lot, with the brewing already, but more has been put on my plate now. So having someone take over would be great.
All right, well.
Yeah. New host would be awesome. But
heard
I'm going to
there's
be
a new
there.
host. I've heard there's a new host.
I've heard rumor of that too.
Yeah.
Yes, which would be great.
Yeah. But happy hangover.
Happy hangover. Yeah.
I'll get you a toe. Look at this. We should just
I'm
do
staying.
a podcast where we fucking.
I'm
so
staying.
9 days from now is the release of the Big Lebowski. That would be a great podcast to do. By the way, we could fucking do Big Lebowski and totally fucking talk about that movie while it's going on.
On its anniversary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's turning 21, so if it were a human, it could drink legally.
Well, it drinks throughout the whole movie.
A.
so I'm good.
You're right.
That should
I
be
can't
good.
believe you didn't know fucking A was a line in that movie.
You know what? He says fuck a lot. I just didn't remember
Yeah, all the
fucking A.
fucks run together.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucks in that. I'm staying though. I'm finishing my coffee.
Well, So, what are we doing? YouTube and
Subscribe.
we're on YouTube right now.
Yeah,
and
blah, blah, blah,
iTunes
blah,
and all that.
yeah,
fucking
if you
shit.
don't fucking subscribe to YouTube right now, fuck you.
You're an asshole.
we want people to like us.
Yeah,
Oh, they like
they
me.
like it. They like it when
They
you
like
tell them
it.
to
Yeah.
stop.